Hello everyone, Mr. Beefy here with another comic review, and today I want to look at issue 3 of the DC crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog. So this is something that me and my son have been really enjoying, and we got caught up in reading the last two issues, issue 2 and issue 3. Junior gave it his approval and said that he liked it a lot. Basically, what leads into this issue 3, which came out this week, is that Darkseid was able to get one of the Chaos Emeralds and tried to power his ship, and the Justice League put Sonic and his friends in their boom tube and warped them back to the Watchtower to save them, and it appears that Sonic's reality was wiped out. So that's the story so far when it comes to issue 3. And as you can probably guess from looking at the cover, the cool thing about this is the Justice League is in Sonic's world, so they are gone. So all of these characters take on the respective roles of the Justice Leaguer that they were teamed up with on Sonic's planet. So one of the cool things about this issue is that you get to see all these Sonic characters playing their role within the DC world. So here you have Silver fighting Sinestro with the rest of the Corps. Right here, you have Amy fighting Gorilla Grodd with Supergirl and Hawkgirl. Here you have Knuckles patrolling Metropolis. Even talks with Lois Lane, and there's a meeting between him and Lex Luthor. And then maybe my favorite pair-up is Shadow and taking on Gotham and the Joker. And last but not least is Sonic taking on the role of Flash, and here he is fighting with the Reverse Flash. So part of the story is as they're fighting all of these villains in the DC universe, they keep finding, each one of them finds an emerald, one of the Chaos Emeralds. So they all gather back up. Tails does this thing and finds the resonating frequency of the missing emerald. At which point, they're able to pinpoint then that the Justice League and Sonic's world is still there when they had thought it was previously destroyed. And they make the decision to basically, we're going to go back and do what we can to save the Justice League, no matter at the cost to us. And that's how this issue ends. So that was the quick synopsis of what Sonic the Hedgehog crossover with DC number 3 is about. What I liked about it was the art is very cartoony. The art is very good. I like this page here with Silver fighting Sinestro. It's fun. And that's the whole thing with this issue. It was a fun issue. You don't get in depth with much of what the heroes do, but it all shows them taking over the roles, and so that's fun to see, like a what if, Sonic here. There was kind of a funny part here. The humor was good. I mean, Lex Luthor's maybe a little wordy here, but Lex Luthor was trying to see if Knuckles was susceptible to kryptonite, but it wasn't kryptonite, it was a Chaos Emerald. So it's a good mixture of, it has art, the storytelling is really good, it's really quick, easygoing. It might be a little wordy sometimes for the kids. So overall, Junior liked the comic. He gave it a thumbs up. I give it a thumbs up. My one big issue if I'm going to critique something on this, is how this comic is rated at I don't know if you can see it. It's rated at a 13+. And when just looking at it and reading it for the most part, you wouldn't know why. And this is kind of a problem that I remember seeing in the DC animated features a lot. And this comic suffers from the same problem. So when looking through a lot of this, yes, is there violence, but it's not like bloody or gory or anything like that. I think that rating predominantly comes from like here at the end. And I think there were 2 moments that this happened. That's a preview. But right here at the end, Mr. Terrific's talking to him. Let me get it in shot there, if you can see what he's saying. And he curses. Now, granted, it's not it's not the worst of curse words, but, if you read it, safe travels, everyone, and for what it's worth, you made a fine Justice League. That one word, not necessary to get the point across. Like, it's not making this comic any more edgy and cool. It's completely unnecessary, but it does, in my opinion, push the age range up. And when you look at this comic, it is definitely made to appeal to a younger audience, in my opinion. It's cartoony like that, and it's not a bad thing. The cartoony's good, and in fact, that's what I think makes it good, is seeing the artwork and how cartoony it is. The artwork's good. I like it. But DC would often do that in their animated features, in which they just had to slide in one curse word to make that animated film a PG-13. So if there's one critique I have of this, is DC, stop doing that. It's not necessary. It didn't make Mr. Terrific look any more cool. It didn't help the story. It did absolutely nothing other than trying to make this comic that seems geared for kids more adult. But otherwise, like, that is currently that is the biggest critique I have of the series right now. Like I said, me and Junior, we've read issues 1, 2, and 3 now. We've been enjoying it. This one was fun. I love the cover on it. It's the homage to the new 52 Justice League, it looks like. And yeah, it was fun. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Are you reading this? Do you like it? What are your thoughts on them just throwing in curse words on a title like this? You know, if it was one of the more adult-oriented comics, I wouldn't think nothing of it. But when reading this with my kid, who is interested in it because of the characters, it's a little bit off-putting, in my opinion. But yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are. Otherwise, what I want to do is encourage you to go read a comic. And I want to thank you for stopping by. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.